Welcome back to Doomed. Not so solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling, and a focus on the Crosshair. Hello.
Hello.
Nailed it.
Back again.
Back again. Thank you, Saren. I have hydrated myself. I hope everyone has hydrated themselves. We're back. We're ready to get to it. What do I want to say? Did I want to say anything, Crosshair? Yes, you had a question, Crosshair, and I'm just checking my photo. And yes, just two. Just two skulls.
Wasn't the other skull from the tarot deck weakness?
There are usually two that start, is all.
Right.
The one that's over there right now, this is sort of like a base layout, so it's pretty much the same as usual. But we've added I added a bad stuff because of taking the Necronomicon. Hey, Flower.
Yeah,
I know. Flower, you never know. I will say I do know other people as well. Not that I'm forcing the Crosshair off this channel, but maybe there'll be an extravaganza someday. Who knows?
that notorious 4-player 8-hour game.
We're going to do the shortest scenario, and it's still going to take 4 hours.
I can do a quick recap of the story so far in chronological order.
I would like that, the Crosshair, while I show off this beautiful blank canvas that will be our next scenario. Why don't you tell everybody what's been going on?
So yeah, Sister Mary ended up in the States after the war and joined up with Father Mateo, and they got involved in all the eldritch and spooky stuff. And in one of the first things they investigated, currently they're at the church preparing for something as they regale the stories of past and how they got there. Mm-hmm. But we are not quite there yet. First day, things started popping up around Arkham and especially Father Mateo's old childhood home, which they investigated and then consequently burned down. And then they headed up down into the dark caves where they fell into the not Ring of Fire but the River of Blood.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
After which they went to the museum to find out more about these cultists and stuff. And where they also, they met Nephthys in the dark caves, the old Egyptian friend of Mary's from the war times.
Mm-hmm.
In
Who
the
is,
museum.
Also just like sorry to interrupt. I just feel like, an old war friend, also a huntress of an ancient Egyptian god now. Just, just for fun. Just like that's a nice little thing to do after the war ends,
Yeah. Possibly a demigod herself. But anyway, in the museum they found the Necronomicon and per the advice of Nephthys and an invite from someone in Cairo, they headed out there to investigate people falling asleep, and they got dragged beneath the sands after investigating some local cultists, and creatures dragged them beneath the sands, and they woke up basically, I would say, on a plane back to the United States.
Mm-hmm. Somehow.
Somehow. Maybe Nephthys, maybe someone else, but neither of them remember what happened or know what happened in Cairo because they haven't heard anything since. And now, as they tell the stories, it took a couple of months to get their bearings and investigate the Necronomicon and all the cultist activity. We arrive here.
But where is here is the question. and an important one as well.
Was it Father Mateo's old friend?
I think it may have been, yeah. We're gonna see this. I just want to address Saren's question. What happened to the Necronomicon? Well, it's a good question because Father Mateo can't for the life of him remember what happened to it in Cairo. Was it left on a train? Was it left in the city? Was it buried beneath the sands? And yet on this plane ride back, he certainly finds it in his bag once more, almost as if it's fated to be with him. Mysterious. But yes, disembarking in New Orleans, one of Father Mateo's old contacts is able to speak with them. He's trying to sort of reorient himself within what he knows of the world now. Now, I'm going to read the intro, and we're going to perhaps adjust it slightly just to see what it, We'll see if there's any details that don't kind of fit with our timeline. But this scenario is called Curse of the Rougarou. Minnie Klein, your contact at the Arkham Advertiser, had slipped you a draft of the article over a cup of coffee at Velma's Diner. Velma's Diner is in Arkham, so the question is whether or not this conversation happened there or perhaps in New Orleans. It would have gone to print had Doyle Jeffries, the lead editor, not scoffed at the concept. Exactly, Cthulhu. Into the bayou. I believe his exact words were, "I ain't printing the ravings of some voodoo lunatic and passing it off as news," she explained. From the sly grin spreading across her face, you could tell she smelled a story. The headline was sensationalist. 3 killings in 9 days was enough to spook a town, sure. But you doubt all of New Orleans is gripped by terror or even knows about the killings. Still, something piqued your interest. Lady Esprit, the voodoo priestess from the article, claimed that a malign curse had taken root in the bayou. There's something to this, isn't there? I know that look, Minnie said. You weren't sure. If Lady Esprit was right, this Rougarou wouldn't stop killing at 3, that's for sure. But curses? Wolf people? How could such things be real? Only one way to find out. You put on your coat and head for Northside Station. Now, obviously, we would have taken off our coat to go to Northside Station. Hi, Eruvana, as well. Welcome to Doomed. Enjoy your spaceship blasting as we enjoy some horror here. Thank you very much, Eruvana. I was going to ask. Welcome to Doomed, and I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Incredible. So, what do we think about the story here in the intro, Crosshair? How does it jive with our situation?
Well, it could be that Minnie came to the church because she's an avid churchgoer and just happened to be talking about these things to Mary and Father Mateo.
Yeah, and go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, maybe they need or maybe they were taking a vacation to New Orleans.
Vacation?
Yeah, just to get away from everything in Arkham for a moment.
But the interest in this creature is too good to pass up, right? Like the idea of a wolf creature, committing atrocities sounds an awful lot like the ghoul-like creatures that were beneath Father Mateo's home. Now, are they the same? We don't know. We have to go and hunt of it, right?
Yeah, and Mary also thinks that Nephthys has also been talking about, the living undead, and Voodoo deals with some of this stuff, and there have been ghouls, so 2 eldritch horror things, 1 stone.
Yeah, 2 elders, exactly, 1 stone, that's it. That maybe this will be the connecting thread between everything. We're into setup here. Crosshair, I'm going to need I'll spawn one, but I'm going to need a random luck generator. Where are you? Come here. Hang on. That's the ticket. I'm going to find it. Huh! Or one of these, maybe. Okay, sort each of the locations into 4 piles by trait. There's 4 places, 4 things. Randomly choose one of the piles and remove them from the game. Randomly choose another of the piles and put them into play. Set each of the other 2 piles aside out of play. Okay, so we need to know which ones we're getting rid of and which ones we are putting into play now to start.
Ah.
But we're doing it randomly. Do you want to roll me a click-clack, perhaps, just for funsies?
Real life or game?
Oh, I leave that to you. Hey, Roger Twy. Very good. Sorry, very good.
Happy little guy to roll a 3.
Close.
1. Well, it basically slid instead of rolled, but good enough.
So I will remove that one from the game. And then...
Oh, we need more.
We need one, we need to choose which one to put into play to start. So, one of these 3.
Oh.
Pew! All right.
1.
I'll put those into play, and I'll set these guys aside. Let's see. Set each one into play. Each investigator begins play at a bayou location. Put some other stuff out of play. Great. Okay, that's it. So, let us have a look. What is here? Hup, hup, hup.
Nice one, Serin Zero.
Brackish waters connected to Riverside and Riverside, and that is it. That's what we got.
New Orleans.
This is
Since
New Orleans.
It's New Orleans, is it Rougarou?
Ooh, yeah, exactly right.
Serin Zero.
Very good, very good, Saren. I like that. Okay, no, I'm gonna eat later.
Fish. Yeah, eat later.
I don't know why we're starting here. This sounds awful. The reeking odor of dead fish overwhelms your senses. You can't help but hold your breath as you wade through the repugnant shallows. Like, why are we here? Horrible.
Destination.
Yeah. That's it for setup. So I'm gonna read us an agenda and an act to get our bearings. Like, maybe, like you said, 2 cosmic horrors, 1 stone, right? It's possible that this Rougarou holds a key. Agenda 1A, a creature of the bayou. After arriving in New Orleans, you start your investigation by asking the locals what they know of the recent killings. As you suspect, most know very little of the incidents. You do manage to find several eyewitnesses who give similar descriptions of the creature. Its lithe, muscular form, lanky arms, and wolf-like visage. A promising start, but if there is any truth to the rumors about this curse, you'll have to talk to Lady Esprit herself. Act 1A, Finding Lady Esprit. According to your contact, Lady Esprit is a voodoo priestess who lives deep within the bayou. Most tend to stay clear of her lonely shack. After all, the bayou can be a dangerous place, even were it not for the recent rash of savage killings. Objective: only investigators at a bayou location may spend the requisite number of clues, 2, as a group to advance.
2.
2. Not too bad. In terms of the bad stuff tokens, I put a copy in front of each of us here, Crosshair. Skulls, -2, -4 at a bayou, not so good. Occultists, -2 if the Rougarou is in your location, at your location, I don't know, anyway, reveal another token. Tablet, reveal another token. If you fail until the end of the round, you can't move, you get trapped. And then Elder Thing, -4 if the Rougarou is at your location, it attacks you.
Well, glad we added that.
Hey, look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay?
And before we get to the fun part of choosing our starting death, let me just get damned for a while.
Oh,
because
yes.
Mary is damned even in...
That's just who she is,
Yeah.
Looks spooky.
See who this is and turn it around. During the first attack test, each investigator performs each round, they get -1.
I still think it applies only to the damned
Yeah.
person. Yeah, okay, so there's that. But that's still very much not ideal. The
first fight there's this -1.
Right.
Fine.
Okay. That
Could be worse.
Yeah, it would count if you had a test in the mythos phase as well. That would count as first.
Yeah.
In case that comes up, I don't know. Ugh, the high road.
Just have to remember it.
Yep, or the emperor. Sorry, the emperor. Spooky. Yep, we'll just have to remember it. You're right, but I think that's about it. We're on the hunt for Lady Esprit, the voodoo priestess, who can hopefully tell us more about the Rougarou, the werewolf.
And also perhaps the ghouls that are plaguing Arkham.
Exactly. It's all connected. Maybe. But I think otherwise we're ready to draw our opening hand. Yeah? Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're good. We're going to shuffle and we're going to draw our opening hands. Let's get doomed. I think it's not bad. It's not great, though, is it?
Just was gonna say the same thing.
That is better, honestly.
I do want to keep that. That's like a must-keep thing.
Yes, of course, with the gearing up, I always forget. Very important, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna risk it.
Okay.
And I kind of have to keep those. Let's throw that away again. Of course.
Well, hey, we said the word risk, right? It happens. It happens.
Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting gear up.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's have a look then at where we're starting. Wading through the waters of, I guess, maybe a shoreline or a swamp on its way to parts of the riverside. Okay, well, this is interesting. So it says... So it says 1 shroud, 0 clues. It says, while you are at brackish waters, you cannot play assets. Action, discard 2 assets from your hand or from play. Test agility 3 to wade through the dark waters and retrieve an abandoned fishing net. If you succeed, take control of the set-aside fishing net.
And what does the fishing net do?
Good question. It is set aside, so I will pull it out here because we can have a look at it. A large fishing net. If the Rougarou is exhausted and at your location, attach fishing net to it, it loses retaliate, which is kind of nice, I think.
Yeah, I think that's useful. Now,
I have to agree with both Flower and Cthulhu. This is absolutely disgusting. I mean, the interaction is so narrow that it's ridiculous, but like, it's awful. Do you want to take your turn first? Sorry. So rude.
Yeah. I'm just gonna spend 3 actions and do nothing.
Yeah. Fucking disgusting. Pardon my French.
The good news is that would have been my turn anyway.
No. Crosshair.
Yeah.
No assets? Like no items?
No items.
I thought you had items. Oh my god, what a disaster.
Yeah.
Nasty. Okay, so you know, small miracles, I guess.
Yeah, basically, because of this location, Mary is just disgusted by the fish. I never liked fish. And it's just like, Let me breathe, let me collect myself. I'm just gonna take a moment.
I'm just gonna do this, and then I'm gonna get the heck out of here. That is some lottery winning odds. Flower? Ironic. Very ironic indeed.
Yeah. So basically, this location would stop me from playing the items, and during my draw phase, I drew no items. So it's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, no, it is. No, you're right. Like, you're geared up means that unless you have a way of getting extra actions, you don't, right? So that's it. Like, you're right. Yeah. Pretty good.
And the only bonus side is the -1 to cost, but it only applies to the first round.
Right, exactly. Well, in that case, I mean, it's still certainly not very nice, but Father Mateo is going to help Mary. You know, they're going to wade together through the waters. I think Mateo is looking for any sort of proof of where Lady Esprit might be, and to that end, he's obviously going to try the riverside, right? The place where there may be workers, people who know the people around here, and to that end, he's a man of the cloth. He's not a man of the people, so to speak. People respect priests, but do they respect him? He's kind of tempting fate a little bit, I think, in this moment. Nice old 3 curse, 3 bless. I love having this paradoxical covenant online. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this. I'm going to...
That is such a sci-fi move also. I can imagine it blasting through a starship somewhere, like...
Yeah.
Paradoxical Covenant Online.
Yes. I love that. I hope we get one, Flower. I have a feeling right now we're just wading through brackish, waist-high water. Because of that, I think Father Mateo is going to try to purify the air a little bit. Now, you know, I'm not going to seal all the bless on their Crosshair. Maybe 3, 4? Let me think about this. 3?
What does it do?
It's the one that I can
There's
exhaust it
card.
to reduce. Yeah. Oh, yes, a card. Yeah.
Yeah. Then seal all the blesses, because I'm gonna be using that, I think.
Good. All right. Yeah, one per turn. It exhausts, I should say.
Yeah.
But that's not bad. I think come and find me, and we'll definitely work on that. Father Mateo is gonna go to the riverside to try to speak to, some dock workers, perhaps. Even at this late hour, bells and shouts sound across the piers as dock workers go about their business. This is Audubon Park. Leaves flutter in the cold wind, breaking the stillness of the park. With the area strangely abandoned, you feel as though you don't belong here. Forced, when you evade an enemy at Audubon Park, discard a random card from your hand. It's not nice. 3 Shroud, 2 Clues, Victory 1. I don't think there's much to be done at the moment. I think I'm just going to try to... investigate. 3 to 3. How bad are the bad stuffs? They're fine. Let's do it. Curse? Bless? No, fine. Oh no, there are no bless in the bag anymore. Oh, whatever, I took out a curse. There you go. Boom. You're welcome. Mateo starts hunting around for anyone who might know anything about Lady Esprit, someone who seems like they're into like voodoo practice, but it turns up empty for now.
Yeah, the only place in this busy street of peddlers and stuff, Father Mateo somehow ended up in the park with no one.
Classic Father Mateo. Look, I'll leave here and go to the other space as well if we need to, but for now, we move straight to upkeep as there are no enemies. And Mary has finished wading through the brackish, water, hopefully.
I am happy now.
Okay, this is good.
This is good.
This is good then, as we go to 1 out of 5 Doom. What awaits them here in the bayou, in the swamp? Is there some way that they're going to be able to find the person who knows this Rougarou? And we draw our encounter cards. There are dangers deep within the mire you can only begin to imagine. Ripples on the surface. Even in the park, a small sort of pool of brackish water ripples in a way that is off-putting to Father Mateo. Test Will 3. For each point you fail by, take a horror. Classic. If you're at a bayou location, you cannot commit cards to this skill test. Not very nice. But, you know, we just tested, I guess. I think Father Mateo's strength of character is such that he's okay to do this. 4 to 3? Yeah, sure. That's reveal another token, I think. Yeah. Oh no, I can't move if I fail. Ugh, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey! Okay, pass. Strength of character keeps him from shivering too much in the cold night air, the warm night air even. Pass.
Yeah, and as Mary is still trying to hold on to her lunch, I really don't like fish.
Speaking of not liking fish.
It's just like in this like barely knee-deep water, something approaches. She feels a slithering past her feet.
God.
Yeah, spawn any bayou location. This one.
Yeah.
Can be evaded. Okay. And when Swamp Leech enters a non-bayou location, discard it.
That's nice. That feels like when you come out of the water with the leech on your leg, you just kind of look at it and you're like, ugh, but then you just peel it off and it's gone, right? Like you don't do anything if they're not in the water. It's kind of fun.
No. You see, Mary has her usual like high heels perhaps or boots, but under the robes she doesn't wear pants under the robes.
Of course, naturally. Nuns and priests, famously, yeah.
Also, this 2 feet sized swamp leech can basically bite through cloth, so
It's just horrible. Isn't that horrible? Yikes.
it's something.
I mean, that's not incorrect, Crosshare. It's definitely something. So,
Stomp.
you have an
Might
enemy.
be a stompy time. Yeah.
What do we want to do here?
You're gonna be staying there anyway.
I mean, not necessarily. I'm allowed to move, so I could move to you if that would help. Potentially.
Oh, right. I think I want to get out of the bayou.
Makes sense.
I would stomp it and then move, or I take 1 damage and I move anyway and
Yes.
discard it.
Me too, Flower. I'd be right out of there. No, but you're right, Crosshair. Yeah, if you move, it'll discard and you take a damage. But it's not great. I mean, Mary's, you know, she's seen some shit.
Yeah. Might be that it just takes the basically takes the bite from the leech and just tosses it aside as she steps out of the swamp. Are you gonna use the Rite of Sanctification, or were you planning to use the Rite of Sanctification?
I don't have to this round. No, I could not use it.
Yeah, because then I could do
I want to spread the love, Crosshair. That's what I want to do.
that and do that, but I could also do that and I could do that. God, I have so many things I could do now.
Well, let's, you know, you're not wrong. We're looking
right.
for 2 clues. And sorry.
I forgot to add the bless token in
Yes.
my upkeep.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, we're looking for 2 clues, and then we don't know beyond that. We're looking for Lady Esprit. That's about it. We're gonna hunt the Rougarou at some point. I'm just thinking about, like, you know, what we'll want to do potentially.
Yeah. Just thinking 3 against 4 isn't a great option.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Like, take 1 damage or basically lose 1 action. I fail. There's only 1 bless in the back.
Yes,
so-
because they're all on my thing here, yeah.
So Mary is just going to dig herself out of the brackish waters and just like notice the huge leech and then rip it out of her, like basically like we're not coming back here again.
No, definitely not.
And
Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
also the
around.
tarot card.
Yes, right. So yeah, yes, the investigator would be at -1 combat for the first test. You're right. Yeah.
Now I'm wondering.
But Mary just walked away. Flower just tossed that leech away and took a damage for it. But not ideal.
Yeah, I could use Rite of Sanctification for one thing.
I will put a bless back in the bag. We'll release a
Yes.
token.
For 1 measly resource, someone else walks out of the bayou like, oh, you didn't stay for dinner. As Nephthys walks from somewhere, she's like everywhere they go.
Well, clearly she's connected to whatever the sort of like big threat is in the universe, although why she's keeping it secret from us, I don't know, if she is.
Yeah. Most likely she's been telling them like, you'll know when you know.
Classic.
If I tell it, then it won't happen. You know how
Right,
these
right.
things go.
You know how it works. Yeah.
And for some reason, when Nephthys arrives, Mary kind of feels better also.
Good.
She has that feeling of, okay, maybe things aren't that bad. The smell of fish is going away. This is a nice park.
It's just a nice park, everyone. Don't worry. We'll be okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Father Mateo is, of course, shocked to once again see Nephthys here, of all places. They've been from Arkham to Cairo and now back to another part of the United States entirely, and yet this woman seems to always be able to find them just as they're getting right into the thick of things. I'm gonna spend, yeah. Oh, heck. Let's do it. I'm going to spend a resource to play Priest of Two Faiths, which adds 3 bless to the bag. Is that too many? No, we're good. We're good for now.
Nope.
We're good for now. The Priest of Two Faiths in this case, of course, is, once again, is Father Mateo. It's not another person necessarily, but he's... seeing Nephthys has bolstered his ability to know that he has access to powers from both sides, the light and the dark. And in fact, he's going to use one of those right now. It's the Eye of Chaos, which they both seem to have access to this power to see the great beyond. Investigate, using willpower, +2 willpower. And for each cursed token revealed, you may place a charge on Eye of Chaos. So that would be nice, but not necessary. But I will investigate at 6 to 3 at this location. The Eye of Chaos. Yes?
Yeah. Never mind.
Okay. Hey, perfecto. The eye reveals someone hiding. The eye. Father Mateo's second sight reveals someone hiding beneath one of the gazebos, like on the other side of it, avoiding them. But pointing out this person to Mary, he thinks to himself, they kind of discuss amongst themselves, do you think they're hiding from us because they know something or because they have something they don't want us to know? And there you go. We now have enough clues to advance, so perhaps that person might point us in the right direction.
Yeah, just looking at the fishing net, and we do. Father Mateo also probably lets Mary know that we have to go back into the bayou with all the dead fish to get to where we're going.
Do we
Like,
have to, though?
nope, no, no.
I don't want to. Nobody wants to.
Neftus is happy as can be because, like, well, we kittens do love fish.
I mean, she's okay with fish, right? No enemies on the board, so we move straight to upkeep. We draw cards, gain resources, and add a curse. And a bless as well.
Yeah.
Full up
And
on bless
that's
already. Incredible.
Up.
And I just need to lower my blinds. You know what? I'll do mythos first, and then we'll figure out where we're going. Maybe we're gonna spend our clues. Who knows? As we go to 2 out of 5 doom, Mateo and Mary are looking at this person hiding behind one of the gazebos, one of the bandstands in Audubon Park. Maybe they know what they're doing. As I draw an encounter card. Oh my god, it's a bog gator! They were apex predators even before the curse took hold. The ripples on the water that Mateo saw and told himself were nothing. They are not nothing. A absolutely massive alligator rips out of the water and starts charging towards the two of them. This is a 2/2/2 creature. It says, while bog gator is at a bayou location, it gets +2 fight and +2 evade. It is not, so it does not. It's on land where it is, I guess, somehow less dangerous. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But they are coming for us. It does a damage and a horror.
I was just looking at the picture, like, is that a gator or is that an...
A crocodile, yeah. I know there's a difference, and I don't really remember what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Gator.
Gator. Alright, well that's me. Something horrible.
Yeah, and it preys on the lowest agility, but we are both at 3, so...
Correct, yeah.
So there's 1 bleach, but yeah, Mary tossed it aside and Neftis just stomps it. Actually Neftis probably picks it up and tosses it back into the brackish waters. Or Mary tells Father Mateo that there's not only fish there, there's also these leg-sized leeches swimming around there, so maybe be mindful where you stand.
Be very mindful. Oh man, the low... Sorry, Crosshair, I'm just figuring out the light on my green screen. Gators have big wide noses and crocs have pointy noses. Okay, well there you go.
So this is a crocodile, basically.
Yeah, does it have a pointy nose or a big wide nose? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, Crosshair, I'll be right with you.
No worries, I can entertain the guests we have. It's nice to call the chat guests. Hopefully everyone is having a good Easter.
I know I am. Back with the gator.
Yeah, nothing like digging through the swamps at Easter, so...
Yeah, no, not at all. Now the question is, what are we doing about this? Yeah, so there's leeches back in the swamp, and then there's also this gator. Let's go.
I have 7 resources worth of stuff I want to play.
Yeah, no, I mean, go for it then.
But I don't have 7 resources.
I could discount one thing by 2 resources, or should we advance the act first? Like, what do you want to do?
We need to spend them at the bayou.
You are correct, thank you very much. Oh, weirdness, that's nice. I have done absolutely nothing. Not like dealing with abominations and unholy horror.
Well, I guess I could start and finish up next turn.
Yeah, I leave it to you. But I can use the right for you.
If you don't mind. Or should actually I could you should start still.
Okay.
Because that means I know what I'll do.
Yeah.
Or
Mhm.
I do something, I might draw places, and Neftus might kill the gator.
This is that's also the question: is what do you plan on doing? Because if your plan is to play stuff, then you won't draw blesses, right? So it's a good question. But
I'm gonna play something, then I can play something else, and then I can use it for a skill test. So
okay.
yeah.
Thelia, what do you mean you
Yeah,
prefer
let's
keeping
do that.
calm? What the heck's going on over there? Oh, you're happy being a guest, I see.
Yeah, I haven't never I haven't met a Tom, so I can't say, let alone peeping ones. But yeah, Mary, after seeing the gator approach, noticed Neftis also pulls from behind her, like from a long carry bag. Like, also you left this in Cairo.
Nice. Love that.
Mary just thinks like, okay, I need to focus myself. I need to just take a moment.
Very nice.
And I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, absolutely. Feels like a good shout.
Just 1 against 5. Straight up.
Yep.
2 more.
2 more, he says.
But yeah, that's 4.
Yeah. For each point, I'm just reminding myself of how it works. Yeah, for each point you succeed by, you may spend 1 charge to heal a damage or a horror from an investigator.
Yeah. I'm good on, like, the horror side of things. I know you have.
Not in too bad shape either. I mean, I think if you want to spend all 4 charges, you can choose how to distribute those, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna spend all the charges. Might as well. Like, we're hurting, kind of. So.
Yeah, I'm stretching and I'm getting my posture check in. Thelia, thank you. Whoa, it's always good to do. What's going on over there?
I'm trying to get the charges off this thing. Yeah, 4 charges. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna heal 2 damage at least. You do have the St. Hubert's key that's gonna reduce your horror, so you might want to take at least 1 off.
I can definitely heal 1, no problem. I have a bit more soak on the table right now than you, in the sense that I think we want to keep Nephthys around, and I don't really care about myself, my priest.
If I heal 1 more damage, then we're pretty much equal.
Yep. Yeah, I'd say go for it then.
Yeah.
Great.
Back to full.
Excellent. And
good
a bless
turn.
Even. No bad thing. Now, Mateo, on the other hand, I think we're going to try evading this creature. I don't want to necessarily blow a whole... Well, I can't actually take a whole big fight action, unfortunately. I could try fighting it as well, but it has 2 health. So, thinking instead, I'm going to try simply trying to get away from it. The gator kind of skitters across the ground. Oh, yeah, we have to be at the bayou, right? Or... No, I don't have the money. I have a plan perhaps next turn if I need to. But yeah, let's just try to evade it. 3-2. I think Father Mateo is really focused on trying to speak to the person who might direct them back to the bayou. But he obviously needs to make sure this gator doesn't get him first. 3-2. That's a reveal another. Reveal another. -3, fail. So I can't move. Which kind of undoes that, but that's okay. We'll try again. Father Mateo's not built for, running from gators, but that's where we're at right now. -2, that's still a fail. Oh. I don't love it, guys. I can take a damage in a horror. I don't mind. That's fine. I'm just going to evade it again. No, I'm going to try to fight it, and then we'll be able to take it down bit by bit.
Yeah, if you evade and happen to pull one of the 8 blesses, we only need 2 to finish it off. So.
Right. So no, you're right. Yeah, I'll evade it then again, and hopefully that'll, maybe keep it from attacking me right now. 3 to 2. Oh my god, that's the bad one, eh? Yeah. Okay. If the Rougarou is at your location, it attacks you, but it is not. So that's okay. The gator is still snapping at Father Mateo's heels. My plan is to put the damage and horror on the Priest of Two Faiths, because I don't really want to keep him around forever anyway.
Okay.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I was thinking of Guardian Angel, but it's no use because I can't add any more bless.
Right. We need to... Sorry, I need to pull some of those blesses. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm not. So the gator is snapping at Father Mateo's heels as he races back towards the bayou, where a leech awaits them. But we go to upkeep, draw cards,
Yes.
gain resources, do the thing.
Perfect.
Good. Then we go to mythos. 3 out of 5 doom.
Uh-oh.
3
out of 5, like,
Yeah, well, that's how it goes, right? Draw an encounter card. Spectral mist. Oh, we've seen lots of mist before. Perhaps this mist was also brought on by a devil. Attached to a bayou location. 1 per location. Each skill test performed at attached location gets +1 difficulty. Action test. It's named Lestat, Thelia. Very good. Action test intellect 2 to disrupt the source of the mist. Max, what the fuck is going on, man? Okay, sorry. Max is causing chaos. If you succeed, discard spectral mist. So
excellent, Max.
Excellent work, Maximilian. Mist, of course, starts to fog over the waters of the bayou, but and they seem to be not particularly natural.
Maybe the leech's name is Leechroy.
Leechroy Jenkins. Put that back. There we go.
And even at the park, there's a feeling of getting dragged under the bog, just like in Cairo.
Ugh. Yuck.
So yeah, it's this sinking feeling, like the ground wants to swallow them whole, especially Mary. But yeah, it's a hazard. Test agility 3. If you fail, add dragged under to your threat area. When you leave your current location, take 2 damage and discard dragged under. At the end of your turn, test agility 3. If you succeed, discard dragged under. So basically, Mary is wearing the wrong shoes for this location. She has her high-heeled boots on, like we were gonna go to the Mardi Gras, but no, we have to go to the bayou.
Oh, we have to go to the bayou.
She's really not happy about this particular turn of events. She thought they were gonna go investigate like some books at New Orleans and possibly do something more fun.
Well, there may still be books in their future, but you are right. That does seem unfortunate.
Okay, 3 on 3.
I'm happy to help with this. Nope.
Nah.
Okay. I have the ability to help if we need for another time, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
so maybe
If
Mary's
I
not
leave,
leaving.
2 damage. Yeah.
Maybe Mary's not leaving just yet.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the turn, it's gonna be another test anyway, so...
How do you feel about Father Mateo leaving, though? Because then I won't be by your side anymore.
Well, the thing is... I can handle things without the help of Father Mateo, but she has... Father Mateo first has to handle the bog gator
Indeed.
before. Or Mary could help with that in a particular fashion.
Yeah, I mean that's a possibility as well. Yeah, my thought would be Mateo bringing the gator towards the leech and then trying to fry them both at the same time. Trying to like do a bunch of cleanup of the water, as it were. That would be my plan.
Yeah, the other option is that Mary is gonna blast the gator with a Winchester, but Mateo might not be a fan of that idea.
Well, yeah. Especially if they're, draw a bless, draw an auto fail or something. Well, no, that's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
okay, yeah. Or
Mary could take the attention of the gator also away from Father Mateo. That's a possibility.
It is. Yeah, there are. So indeed, there are many possibilities. So the question, of course, what do we want to do, right?
Yeah. It's kind of a waste of a bullet and waste of a turn, so if Father Mateo can handle it, go for it.
I'm hoping that Sister Mary has things to do here at the park to avoid having to be dragged under.
They're mostly while Father Mateo is dealing with the gator, Neptus is distracting Sister Mary with like, oh, maybe if we change these shoes with these shoes, and I'm much better with these, and they're just checking their gear and almost ignoring the whole gator on Father Mateo aspect of the place.
Perfect. Well, in that case, then he is. I think he's going to take off towards the bayou, dragging the gator with him, but sure and strong in his faith that he's going to be able to deal with everything that is required. I take an attack of opportunity, but it kills the priest of two faiths.
And I think that was the plan anyway.
I think so, yeah. Do we need that many curses? Father Mateo is once again going to attempt to channel this sort of like power through himself, this ability to, like this storm almost that he used back in the museum, realizing that it has a lot of implications for the fact that they're going to be in the water, no less. Now I have to think about my stats here. I was 4 willpower, plus 2 is 6. The gator is 4. The swamp leech is also 4, plus 1 difficulty because of the spectral mist. So it's currently 6 to 5, which I'm not loving. 6 to 5, so I'm gonna promise myself some power, which puts another curse in the bag, which is not great. But this is, I think, Father Mateo's best chance to try to fry both of these creatures in one go. He's I'm out of music again, aren't I? There we go. He's in a place where he's got all of this massive pent-up energy, and he's going to try to blast it towards the creatures to drive them away. So, 6 to 5, 10 to 5. Let's do it. Curse? Elder sign? Hello. Ooh. Oh, I like that. Okay. Success. Remove a curse. A massive bolt of lightning kind of escapes his arm, called down from the sky, and leaps from the gator to another creature that he can't even see in the water, and they both explode, for lack of a better word. I'm gonna draw a card and gain a resource from the Elder Sign ability. And then, Crosshair, I will probably not advance right now. That doesn't feel like a great idea.
Well, I can't join you yet, but...
Yeah, maybe the beginning of next turn would be better.
You could try the spectral mist.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. But... I hope I don't draw anything too gross, but you're right, I'll try it. It's 3 to 3, which is,
Take those places.
Yeah, well, we have, we always have good and bad luck. Let's try it. Father Mateo, having called lightning down, now is resting ankle deep in this brackish water and sees the mist and is going to try to locate the source. 3 to 3. -2. No, that's a fail. Okay. No, so nothing happens. That's too bad.
Okay.
Over to you. Thank you for your time. Oh, sorry, and of course, reading aloud is no longer here, but of course, there have been a couple of deaths. Rest in peace, Swamp Gator and Swamp Leech. You get a dab. You get a dab. Perfect. Please, sorry, my apologies.
I basically have no idea what's happening because I'm listening to the Scott radio show currently. So.
No, you're not wrong. I got a Method Madness redeemed a couple hours ago that said all deaths, good and bad, incur a dab motion. So I have to dab. That's how that's gonna go down.
Well, Mary is just like, I'm done with this place, but Nephthys is distracting her like, did you notice that I made a few adjustments to the 35 Winchester?
Ooh, some adjustments.
It shouldn't lock up like jam that much anymore, and it's well maintained.
That's good.
It's a fast card, so when the Winchester gets returned to my discarded, it returns to my hand with all the assets on it. Or all the upgrades on it.
Perfect.
Each other upgrade.
Yes, so not well maintained. That which because that would be, I'm not gonna say cheap.
You could basically rotate two well maintained in a way, but enough of that. In this bayou and in this serene moment in the park, Mary also hears the old voice that she heard in Cairo also. Like, perhaps while Father Mateo is struggling with two sides of his faith, Mary is struggling with two different gods. Yeah. Like, Nephthys is all the Egyptian gods like Ra and Bast are vying for her attention, while she has her own god. So the voice of Ra talks to her again.
Classic.
We take one resource and we reveal 3 random tokens.
I mean... It's
There
perfect.
we
It's
go.
perfect. It's perfect. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And that was my first action. Yes.
Delicious.
As the second action, Nephthys just keeps talking like she's going through her bow like, I added this thing to go through the, like, makes it much easier to aim at enemies from a long distance. And I also made some custom modifications to your rifle, because it's basically the same thing. Rifle, arrow.
Basically the same thing, okay. What are these custom modifications?
The 35 Winchester also has currently an extended stock. So, custom modifications is a upgradable upgrade card, and you can attach it to a firearm asset. At its own, when you reveal a non-Tentacles chaos token, while attacking with the attached asset, you can exhaust custom modifications and cancel that chaos token and return it to the bag and reveal a new one. So it's basically a bad thing cancel. Once.
Yeah. Cancel it, return, and that's absolutely it.
Yep. The 35 Winchester has +2 attack, but the custom modifications has an extended stock because I put 2 experience into it. and you get +2 attack. So basically, the Winchester has +4 attack.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, of course, the nature of Sister Mary's damnedness means that perhaps sometimes some of those shots will still be a little less, effective, but perhaps the modifications that Nephthys put on can overcome that ability.
Yeah, while you might be damned, I can still help you shoot through.
Exactly. So that's pretty good.
Well, that was a nice turn. I finally got the gun out that I wanted.
Yay!
But
and you still have an action too, no less.
Yeah. I can't move. Well, I can, but...
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I agree with you. It's probably better to not move, and then hopefully get out of that jail free.
I think I'm just gonna draw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That seems fine. Yep. We're gonna do that.
Oh, right away. Yep, perfect. Why not?
Just holding on her talisman and gathering herself. Okay, we can do this. This is not Cairo. This is not the Blood Caves. This is not...
This is a different place entirely. Exactly. And we move to upkeep as there are no more enemies on the board, and thankfully we can now hopefully start to get some favors back. Or favors, some advance some acts. Sorry, I was looking at something different. We are still...
I'm gonna test agility 3 with the dragon.
Yes, of course. Sorry, yes, that was at the end of your...
Just to see. -2, -3. Okay, fine. Well, let's curse.
Yep.
Still can't shake the feeling of the swamp basically trying to swallow her.
Yeah, which it may still. We never know.
Mm.
As we go to 4 out of 5 Doom, hopefully we can at least find Lady Esprit and then see what we need to do further here. Mythos phase? We're up for it?
Yep.
Mateo is also currently being dragged under. But that doesn't surprise me. He's actually in the bayou, and then despite his sort of lightning and his magical, spiritual powers, this nature has a way of pulling you under. I'm just going to test 3 to 3. I don't like it, but I'm doing it. Yep, that's a fail. So I'll keep it in my threat area, and maybe I won't have to leave right now.
Yep. Maybe we don't have to. Well, it's a cursed swamp,
Sure.
Mary knows this.
Of course it is, yeah.
If you're at the bayou, but I wasn't gonna commit anyway. But yeah, the feeling of getting dragged under just concretes the idea that this bayou is cursed and we shouldn't be here. Mary's just not feeling this place, as it were.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But, she's gathering that power. Hopefully that's gathering her fortitude. Hopefully it's enough, right?
Yeah. It's 3 to 5 still, so that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
She says.
Well, you never know. Good.
Good.
Good. No curse for you.
Huh.
I'm gonna suggest we spend the clues in advance just to see what we need to do. I'm sure it won't get rid of our dragged under, but maybe it'll do something. I don't know.
Actually, that's a good way, because it doesn't start anyone's turn anyway.
Exactly. And we don't know what will happen, right? So I think after Mateo heads back into the swamp, I'm going to spend 2 clues and advance the act, and we'll see what it does. Act 1B, Understanding the Cursed. The curse. Finding Lady Esprit's shack is no simple endeavor, but of course Father Mateo is venturing back out into the bayou and is being guided by his faith. Eventually you spot the decrepit shanty through the mist. Lady Esprit greets you as you enter, not at all surprised by your intrusion. She claims that the Rougarou, the werewolf, was once a man, cursed by a being known as Shub Nigurath into the form of a great wolf. She believes that she can lift the Rougarou's curse from the bayou, but only if the creature is destroyed. Put the set-aside Lady Esprit into play at a bayou location. There's only one. So here she is. Put into play each set-aside location. I guess we'll look at her first, and then we'll go from there. Lady Esprit, the dangerous Bokor, is a 4-cost asset. She's just in play at this brackish waters location. She takes up an ally slot, and it says action, exhaust her, deal her a horror, heal 2 damage, or gain 2 resources. Any investigator at her location may activate this ability. So that's pretty nice, given the ability that she can, help heal damage and so on. I'm going to Bayou Wilderness. I think I remember how these kind of connect, I think. Yeah, I think it's something like this. So all of the bayous are connected, I believe. Yeah. And then each of them kind of branches off into other parts of the swamp. I know I haven't finished reading that act yet. I'm supposed to put other locations into play. Put the set-aside the Rougarou at any non-bayou location. So I will... Whoa, where is it? Oh, he's in here. Crosshair. It just says put him into... It doesn't say a random location, so I think we can put him into play at any non-bayou location. So wherever, I guess. Ugh.
Aloof, retaliate. Yeah, I'm just checking if it's a good idea to put it here.
Yeah, let's have a look at what he does, right? This is the Rougarou, the Cursed Soul. 3 combat, 10 health, 3 evade. An elite monster and creature, because he's a beast. Aloof and retaliate, right? So he doesn't engage us, but if you fight him and you miss, he attacks you. As an additional cost for an investigator to engage the Rougarou, investigators spend a clue as a group. So in order to engage it, you have to spend a clue. Okay. Forced. After the Rougarou takes 2 damage during a single phase, find the location that is farthest from all investigators. Move the Rougarou 1 location at a time until it enters that location.
But we can spend... Let's say you had clues. I could spend your clues to engage it anywhere.
As an additional cost, you have to spend a clue as a group. Yes, I would. Yeah, you could spend one of mine to engage it. I could do the same. And then after it takes 2 damage during a single phase, it moves farthest away from us.
Yeah, basically you have to hunt it after you damage it.
Correct, yeah. You shoot it, it runs away. You shoot it, it runs away.
It's aloof, which means that it could... Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I don't see why not. We don't have any clues right now, but maybe in a bit, right?
Yep.
Shuffle the encounter discard pile and each encounter card from the Curse of the Rougarou set into the deck. I'm going to do that right away. Oh,
discard pile.
Yes, as well, yeah. The lead investigator reads the following out loud. As you lead Lady Esprit's shack, a terrible sickness courses through you and you drop to your knees. The lead investigator puts the set-aside Curse of the Rougarou weakness into play in their threat area.
Seemed like such a small little thing.
Oh god. Oh god, this is bad. Okay, your stomach convulses and you feel the first ghastly pangs of hunger. At the end of your turn, if you have not dealt any damage this turn, take a horror.
Okay.
It's potentially disastrous, actually. Yeah, it's probably pretty bad news. I'm pretty sure that's Jenny transforming in the art. I think, because she's wearing the pearls. But I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it is.
It's quite possible she's been all through time, so...
Yeah. Oh, so clutch, Cthulhu. You're not wrong. Just like, stab your friend, avoid some horror. Perfect.
One location at a time.
So it like kind of hops through different locations.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure will be...
So,
yeah, go ahead.
I was just wondering, if I damage it now, it moves. Ding, 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 but it will end up there after it's damaged.
Yes, as far away as from us as possible, yeah. You know, it's aloof, it needs a clue to engage it, you have to do damage to it, and then it'll move. Yeah, exactly. That's all true. Act 2A, Hunting the Rougarou. It's somewhere within the vast bayou, or maybe it's right next to Sister Mary, who knows. You must track it down and destroy it, lest the beast's curse consumes you as well. Here you go. Forced. After the Rougarou leaves a location, place a clue from the token bank on that location. It's kind of like dropping clues behind it as it runs away. Objective. We have to destroy the beast. If the Rougarou is defeated, resolution 2. Objective. Maybe there's another way. While an investigator is engaged with the Rougarou, he or she may choose to advance. Limit once per phase.
It's not a resolution, though.
No, it's not. So we don't know what it does on the other side, but maybe there's another way, ...
It seems like something they would take.
Yeah, I tend to think, I mean, I know Sister Mary is pretty wild, and so is Father Mateo. Like, their power is vast, but I feel like they're not just going to set fire to something just for fun, you know?
Yeah, and it's a curse. You want to deal with the curse, not
Exactly.
the cursed person.
Exactly. Yeah, although, well, that brings us to the end of the reading of the new act. So we now know what we're trying to do. Either find clues, engage the Rougarou, hunt it down, and kill it. 10 damage, 10 health, rather. Or maybe there's another way. Engage it by spending a clue, advance the act, see what the other way might be. Indeed.
Yes.
It's a good point, Flower.
Can we...
You're not wrong.
If... Well, Mary notices some kind of a large dog
Maybe that
walking along. Yeah, on the edges of the park, and Nephthys is also like, yeah, I'm more of a cat person.
Maybe it was that figure from behind the gazebo that, like, Father Mateo noticed, but figured was just someone hiding, but maybe not a person after all, right?
Yeah, Nephthys is like, we should probably just leave it be. It's not seeming to be hostile.
That's it.
But one thing, can we have a small break so I can do a small toilet?
Yes, of course. 100%. We can figure out what we're going to do here in the meantime and consider our options for Father Mateo and Sister Bloody Mary in the swamps of New Orleans. We'll be right back on Doomed in just a couple of minutes. Get some water. See y'all back in a sec. Bye. Hello, welcome back once again to Doomed, not so solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay, storytelling, and playing as many cards as possible. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello, Crosshair.
You went all out.
I did go all out. I'm just noticing. I clicked over to the TTS screen, and I'm just noticing the like wild difference between our two board states. I mean, actually, not that different in terms of like damage and horror. We each have a couple permanent cards, couple cards in our threat area, and then like you have however many cards on the board, and I have 2.
Yeah.
Yep. You know. And Father Mateo in the brackish swamp, the brackish waters, cannot play assets, which is not great, but we'll figure that out in a moment. So
And also can exhaust Lady Esprit to do things. And Marion Nephthys who is hissing at this Rougarou.
Yeah.
Cats don't like dogs that much.
No, famously, yeah.
It's the Rougarou might be keeping its distance due to Nephthys being there also.
That is a good point, actually. Now, it is back around to us, my friend. So the question is, what do we want to do? Father Mateo's on a bit of a clock, being driven mad by his bloodlust. But, hopefully he'll, not, go mad before he can keep dealing damage and stuff. But we'll, figure that out. We know what we need to do, which is find clues to be able to hunt down the Rougarou and then either kill it or do something else.
Yeah, and I'm really curious about
Of course.
Advancing the... Oh yeah, need to engage and then spend...
The clue, I think, the Rougarou says, as an additional cost to engage it, you must spend a clue. So.
Yeah, and then you can find another way.
Absolutely, maybe. Oh, see ya soon, Requiem Lost. Thanks so much for dropping by. Wonderful to have you.
Bye.
Well then, if that, seems like Rita's boyfriend wouldn't mind being cursed and... Oh man, Rita and Pete. That was probably my favorite solo campaign so far. I mean, it didn't go well, obviously. Classic Doomed, but that was a nice story. I liked that.
Didn't go well, but a nice story.
Yeah. Some of them have gone well. If you would like Crosshair, I can start. Father Mateo can see about gathering information given by Lady Esprit, and then maybe that information can be used on the Rougarou, possibly. Pliskins!
Subscriber.
God damn it.
Subscriber.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
Yay.
Subscriber.
Well, you can enjoy that. I can't hear anything.
I'm going to... Pliskins, you absolute madman.
Subscriber.
Now I'm going to try to do a thing.
Subscriber.
See if I can turn off the notifications, because there's so many of them.
Subscriber.
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 But in the meantime,
Thank you.
what do you think of the plan? The plan?
Subscriber.
It's good, because
Subscriber.
Sorry, you'll have to
you.
speak up a little bit, Crosshair.
it's a good
Subscriber.
plan.
Thank you.
Subscriber.
Killing
Thank
me.
you.
No.
Subscriber.
Disable it.
Subscriber. Thank you.
Hoping that will change things.
Subscriber.
Sorry,
Thank you.
I don't know if I can actually disable them after they've been bought, and that is
Subscriber.
hilarious. You know what I should do in the future about this?
Thank you.
Is there a way for me to
Subscriber.
disable multiple? That
Thank
said,
you.
Pliskins, thank you so much, as always. Just 15. No, Pliskins, damn it! Don't be sorry, you're amazing. Why do you keep donating to me,
Thank
you
you.
beautiful bastard?
Subscriber.
Thank you.
Thank you. In the meantime, I'll start talking.
Thank
I'm
you.
just gonna take my turn. I'm gonna
Subscriber.
move and take 2 damage and discard Dragon.
Subscriber. Thank you. Subscriber.
I think it's worse, but that's not bad. I'm just not unhappy.
Thank you.
I'm gonna move to this other riverside
Subscriber.
location.
Subscriber.
Discard
Thank you.
Dragged Under. I think the waters are sort of sucking
Subscriber.
Father Mateo down, and he coughs and
Subscriber.
stands
Thank
up
you.
and manages to splash out into. Damn it.
Subscriber.
Into another part of
Thank you.
the riverside. The Faubourg
Subscriber.
Marigny.
Subscriber.
Reduce the cost of each asset you play by 1. Action, resign. We can't catch the beast. And then you run.
Subscriber.
Thank you.
Exactly, Flower. It's and weirdness. You're right. It's just a question of
Subscriber. Thank
It's
you.
just a question of our madness coming to life here. Oh man. Okay, all done, and I've disabled it for the future. Thank you so much, Happy Pliskins. I really appreciate it. I gotta figure out how to do that in the future. Wild.
You
Okay,
only
Crosshare.
heard it 60 times. The word subscriber.
Yes. Must have been the Skeletones. No, Pliskins. What a beautiful bastard. Thank you. So kind. Okay, Crosshair. The whole point was to get a clue. I can't get one here. So now I'm wondering what I should... I'll just play some assets, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're cheaper here. Was your plan if I... No, I would need to move twice, and I wouldn't be able to get a clue from a different location. So that's... Because I've used an action coming here. So I won't. I'm sorry to say, you're somewhat on your own here. The Holy Rosary costs 1. It is not too late, Flower, and in theory, I've disabled the subscription. No, wait, hang on. Yeah, no, wait. I didn't disable it. That's the. Oh yeah, I did. Subscription alerts. And disabled sound volume 0. Yeah, okay. In theory, I have. So you go ahead. You go ahead and donate 21 plus. You beautiful bastard. And I'm playing with fire because if I haven't done it properly, it's just going to be awful. Okay. Sorry, Crosshair. So, what am I doing? I am... How many blessed do we have in play right now?
All of them.
All of them. Well, I should put some on me then, right? So that I can use them appropriately.
Actually...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have 7 3 of blesses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, Flower. That's I wouldn't take food out of anyone's mouth, as it were. Not at
Well,
all.
you wouldn't anyway.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'll draw a card with my last action, but you know what? I'll fast play Favor of the Sun for 1, and seal some blesses on it. Because you never know, Crosshair. Maybe Father Mateo will need a little boost at some point, right? Who knows?
Like you don't always take the blesses anyway.
Hey. You make the blesses, I take the blesses. Look, I can't help it if my priest of 2 faiths needs his paradoxes to be true at all times. I don't know what to tell you. It's just my life,
But the thing is, when it leaves from Favor of the Sun, it goes on Nephthys.
Yes, because it's as if you revealed it from the bag, so that it would discard and then it goes on Nephthys, yeah. So in fact, it's somewhat faster, I guess, to go on Nephthys, I mean?
Yeah. Also...
Like it's sort of...
Anytime.
Yes. Well, sorry, wait, sorry, say that again, anytime?
Yeah, anytime you reveal a case token, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, from the bag. Yeah, exactly. So I can use that. In the meantime, I'll take a horror from the pangs of hunger for flesh that Mateo now has. As he looks around, there's absolutely nothing here in New Orleans. He'll have to venture back into the swamp, that bastard. Towards the unhallowed lands, or perhaps towards the wilderness? That's my turn.
Yeah.
And
Now
sorry, I couldn't get those clues. That's too bad.
Question is, do I go clue hunting, or do I stay here and gear up even more?
Well, the big question is, do you think that dragged under's ever going to go away? Because you could kill it and then it would be gone, but oops, sorry, didn't mean to bump the mic.
Yeah, because I can come back and then engage the Rougarou. It's not going anywhere.
Correct, yeah. Very, very true. Does it hunt? No, it doesn't hunt. So yeah, no, you're correct. And then Lady Esprit does stuff. If you want to deal her a horror, she can heal 2 damage or gain 2 resources.
Oh yeah. I could basically move, take the 2 damage from that tracked under, deal 1 damage to Lady Esprit, and she could heal me.
Mm-hmm. And you'd have to move again because, well, you wouldn't have to move again. The Brackish Waters, you can't play assets, although maybe you don't care about that. Maybe you don't, yeah.
I mean, I could move, heal with Lady Esprit, then move.
And keep going. Yeah, see if there's
Oh.
some more stuff in the bayou that's useful. True, very true.
Or I could just take the 2 damage. I can take it, pretty much.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, because Lady Esprit has some. She has some help ready for us when we need it, but it could be now or it could be later. You're right. We do need clues to be able to hunt the Rougarou, so that's no bad thing.
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure if not dealing horror to her is a good thing.
That is a good question, actually. We just don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Mary's just gonna keep her eye on the Rougarou and move away, just shaking off this feeling of getting dragged under, even if it pains her.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Thelia. See you soon.
Yep.
Even if
It
pains
just takes something away to really push yourself to move away from somewhere and just gonna move to the brackish waters. Perhaps throw a glance at the mists surrounding the Lady Esprit cottage in the distance.
Ugh. Yeah. Ugh.
And move again. Well, always left.
God. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Harry doesn't like this, swamp dwelling, and the stench of death and decay washes over you as you slog through this putrid swamp. Such lovely words. It's hard to...
Imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The text is a bit off for me. But yeah, it's hard to imagine what could live in these waters.
Yikes.
Sullied as they are by rot and putrefaction. All the good words. And what do we have here? Oh, no clues, of course. While you are at the unhallowed bayou, while you are at the foul swamp, you cannot heal horror or cancel horror. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Action, take up to 3 horror. Test willpower 7
Okay.
to search the boneyard. You get +1 for this test for each horror taken as part of this ability's cost. If you succeed, remember that the investigators have found an ancient binding stone. So there's a feeling that there's something here.
Yeah, something. We don't know what that is.
But it feels really uneasy.
Yeah.
Well, there's a glowing from the distance and perhaps chanting.
Hello to... Sorry, I had the chat minimized. My apologies. TT, hello. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I'm joined today by, as you know, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello. Wonderful to have you there. And of course, Cthulhu is correct. The Rougarou will be running for its life at some point, but hopefully we can get to it. before we need to.
No clues here either.
Darn. Guess we gotta continue.
I don't have to take the 3 horror. I
No,
can just
no, you.
test.
that is true, actually. Yeah, that's a good point.
I could just test it 75.
You'd need to pull a bless and a 0 or something to the like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
How many we have? I took some bless out of the bag. Oh no, there's still 7. 7. No, hang on, that's not right. Oh, I didn't update the thing here. Hang on. There we go. There's 4 in the bag. There you go. Sorry,
Okay.
that makes much more sense.
Yeah, it would have to be bless +1.
Yeah, you're right. It's not impossible. Not wrong. You could pull a frost flower. That would be very unlucky considering they're not here.
Yeah. I'll just move along. The chanting is interesting. Towards the unhallowed land.
Oh, God.
La Shub Nigurath. Oh, great. It's in French.
Only the one line, though. Catule
Catule
Demo.
Demo. Volende sed endro.
Mhm.
The world is your prey, your plus lust. Unsending? Unending. God. I have to find the right zoom level to read it correctly.
Yeah, it's definitely not. The scans on these are not particularly nice. The que tous les démons volent de cet endroit is like let all the demons fly from this place, which is like maybe fly as in run away or fly as in be unleashed. I imagine. Yeah, the world is your prey. Your bloodlust was unending. The first line, I don't think so. Second line, yeah. Sorry, it's funny.
Well, la.
Sure. I mean,
Maybe it's like a happy chant, like la, shoot nagur.
tra-la-la-la. Maybe unhallowed land.
Clues.
Oh, clues.
After you end your turn at ritual grounds, draw 1 card and take 1 horror. 1. 2 shroud, 2 clue. A macabre display greets you as you venture deeper into the bayou, where black magic and occult rituals find their home.
Ooh, so someone's doing some sort of ritual over here, probably related to blood or
Yeah.
the Rougarou.
Mary left the peaceful little serene park, went through brackish waters, through a foul swamp of dead things and graveyards, and ended up at the ritual grounds, and she just had Nephthys like shrug.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
That's me, and I end my turn at the ritual ground, so draw 1 card, take 1 horror.
The cardinal sin, Flower. Very good. Hey, sometimes you gotta take sins, okay? And none would know this. I don't know why.
Also, that's what I do.
Correct. Also correct, yeah. Good point. Well, there are now enemies on the board, but the Rougarou is stalking around the edge of the park where Mateo and Mary were as they attempt to find out more about it. And then we move into upkeep. Super helpful right now, but I'll keep that in my back pocket.
Oh yeah, I'm set.
Excellent. Well, you got a big gun with some modifications. Cthulhu, I wasn't sure if you were here the whole time. I was curious if you had seen Mary's tricked out Winchester with a well-maintained, custom modifications with an extended stock. Pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Bon.
Bon, exactly. However, less bon is the advancing of the agenda. Agenda 1B, darkened skies. A violent storm rolls in as your search continues, sorry. Black rain clouds conquer the sky, the air thick with humidity. You recall that all of the recent killings took place late at night under the cover of dark clouds. A shiver runs up your spine, and you cannot help but wonder, what if you are next? Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Done. I hate it. Thanks. Done. If the Rougarou is in play, find a non-bayou location with the fewest clues on it. Move the Rougarou one location at a time until it enters that location. Find a non-bayou location with the fewest clues.
On bayou. So it could move to Faubourg Marigny.
Yes, it could. You're right, yeah.
But it's already at the closest place with the least clues.
Yeah, find a non-bayou location with the fewest clues. So, yeah, I don't see why it would necessarily. It doesn't say find a location that it's not at or something to that effect. So, I know the intention is to move it, but it doesn't say that you have to. So I think we're good to leave it. That's how I feel.
Also, when it moves, it leaves clues.
Mm-hmm. It's a good question. Do we want the clues from it right now? One clue would end up on the brackish waters, which only has one shroud. That's nice. Well, one shroud plus the spectral mist. Still pretty good.
Yeah, and one would go on the Audubon Park also.
Perhaps a little less nice, but no bad thing.
We can leave it there, I think.
Okay, because we've got, I'm sure we've got other clues coming our way. Agenda, and then it said, add a doom if the Rougarou is not in play, but he is.
Yeah.
Agenda 2A, it feeds. Around you, the bayou feasts. Flesh rips and jaws snap just beyond the trees, and light droplets of rain ripple upon the surface of the water. You can't tell exactly where the sounds are coming from. Perhaps it's the dreadful ambiance of the bayou itself. 6 doom. And we now draw our encounter cards. Mateo staring up at the homes in the faubourg, in the neighborhood, along the waterfront. Sister Mary in some sort of horrible ritualistic setting. What will happen? A swamp leech. Swamp leech spawns at any bayou location. I'm going to go ahead and spawn it at the one that we can't get to right now, or that we don't have to get to right now. Although we will later, but, just in case.
Leeches, of course.
Yeah.
The same old feeling of being dragged under. Mary really doesn't want to be in this bayou, so... Oh, yeah.
Horrible sensation.
Actually, D3. I could actually commit open gate to this. I don't think the gateway. Yeah. Let's go for that. Broken string.
Ooh.
Okay. Add a bless token, but I don't think we can.
Looks to me like we're still full up. I'll try to use some ASAP. I'll try.
Even using them goes to Nefter, so
Exactly. That is the hope.
that thing.
Okay. So now what?
I don't have my Eye of Chaos.
Darn. Wish she had drawn that now. But you have a gun.
Yeah. I could try to get the one clue I need for the Rougarou.
Thank you, Flower. It's wonderful to have had you on the stream. Thank you so much. Be well. Take care of yourself. Happy Cheester. And we'll see you next time on Doomed.
Yep. Be safe. Be well. Yeah, basically my turn would be get a clue, try to get the second clue, victory one after all.
and then get out of there.
Yeah, and then next turn go to the Rougarou, or that's a whole turn to move there.
Yeah,
anyway.
this is part of the situation is how kind of it races around the swamp, and we have to just drag ourselves around.
Yeah,
But you're right.
might as well try.
Mhm.
I don't have anything else. Oh yeah, if I end in, I draw and take a horror. That's fine also. Currently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. 2-2. Yeah. 2 against 2. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yep. Yeah,
Let's try again. Yes.
curse.
Yes. That's a success.
It is an investigator at my location.
But
Unfortunately.
also it's a success anyway.
Well, no, but you have to keep drawing.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a draw another token, and so hopefully, that's good.
So a bless?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Oh, nope. All right. Well,
No.
nope.
Okay.
But that's a thing.
And seal one there. Now the question is, do I take the horror and draw a card? Or I could move to the foul swamp, but then I would have to move back and read it deal. I might as well try.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Ooh.
Yes.
Occultist.
-2. If the Rougarou is in your location, nope. That's a pass.
Oops. Yay! A pass.
And
One clue. Perfect.
1 clue, 1 horrore,
Mm-hmm.
and draw a card. Cool. Cool.
Cool. Father Mateo needs to kill some fools. In order to.
So basically, Sister Mary and Neftesarp is investigating this ritual ground and trying to find out anything they can about the Rougarou, or anything that's going on about raising dead.
Mm-hmm. It's very possible that they are worshipping something to do with it, right? So it makes sense certainly to try. Now, should I go and engage the thing with your clue? But no, that'd be rude. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to move 1, 2, damn it, 3 times. You're right. Yeah. Blech. Just a whole turn to go to the other side of the map.
You could go engage it, but then it means that if the advancing doesn't do anything, you'll have a Rougarou on you.
Yeah, which I would have to, fight off, I suppose. Or deal some damage and then it would run away. Which is maybe, I don't know. It's something. I mean, that's really, Crosshair. It's not the worst idea I've ever had.
It's 3 actions to get there and engage it.
Or is it, Crosshair? Or is it? Oh my! I think I'm gonna do it. Don't be mad at me. Don't be too mad at me, I should say. Father Mateo having he's going to attempt to rejoin Sister Mary, but she's no longer here at the park. But seeing a strange creature behind that gazebo once more stalking the edges of the park, Mateo realizes that, of course, this must be the Rougarou, the thing that has been haunting him this whole time. I'm going to Spectral Razor. That's what I'm going to do. So.
You released a bless.
I did. Oh, no, this one goes back in the bag because it didn't come out during.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
It doesn't get removed.
But hopefully I'll take it during this thing here. So, you know, seeing the creature, he rushes towards it, hoping to, in his bloodlust, maybe attack it. He doesn't know, and a sort of energy rips from his arm. Immediately before this attack, you may engage the attacked enemy. So I will... no, I don't have infinite numbers of these, of course, but I will spend your clue, if you don't mind. And then...
Oh yeah,
I'll figure
extra.
out... Yeah, and then I'll figure out...
Extra.
Oh,
Stay.
hello, Happy Pliskins.
Hey again.
Hello. As an additional cost, so you have to spend a clue. Okay, fine. Then, I think the act says during the thing? Yeah. While they're engaged with the Rougarou, they may choose to advance. I'm going to do this in the middle of this weird fight action, so I'm in the middle of fighting. But I think... Ooh, yeah.
I think the fight has to happen.
That's actually a good point, yeah. Then I'm wondering, though, after I've fought it, because it says, after it takes damage, move the Rougarou.
Yeah, then it's no longer engaged.
Yeah.
So
Okay, well, that's balls. That's my apologies then. That was a bit silly, wasn't it?
basically you could also
Engage it last action instead, yeah.
yeah, retcon the spectral razor. But also if you deal damage, then you don't take a horror.
That's true, and it'll run away, drop some clues. Maybe that'll give us a better trail to follow?
Yeah, it's gonna run to the
Furthest from us.
wilderness.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, that seems right. The
It
wilderness.
would be as far away from me as it would have been previously, so
Okay. Well, no. So I mean, that's something.
Yeah.
Perhaps a bit silly, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm now committed to slashing this beast and satiating some of my bloodlust. But we will choose to advance next time, perhaps. All right. So then, in that case, I'm just gonna fight at 7-3, with the benefits of holy power. 7-3. And, yeah, let's just do it. -2, reveal another token. I will reveal another token. I will reveal a bless. Which puts one on Nephthys. Why not? And I'll reveal another token after that. So I'm now back to 7-3. And an Elder Sign. Perfect. Perfecto. Okay, success. That's 2 damage. I can either draw a card and gain a resource or take an additional action. I think I'm just going to draw a card and gain a resource. But first, the Rougarou runs. Hop, hop, hop. And it leaves a clue on each location that it leaves.
oh yeah, that also removes victory points.
It
if
does,
we want
which is
that.
quite annoying, but that's okay. And then I'll draw a card and gain a resource from my ability. That's okay. So I think Father Mateo kind of rushes the creature in a sense of lust and or bloodlust rather, and tries to beat it down, and the creature's massive jaws surprise him, but he manages to strike a blow as the creature then takes off and runs away. And that's me.
Yeah, that's us.
Okay, well, that's the end of the... So nothing in the enemy phase. I don't think there's anything else that needs to be done. We go to the upkeep phase. Draw cards, gain resources. Interesting.
Oh.
Interesting.
Hello.
Hello.
There's a crisis of faith here.
Ah, ooh.
This bio is really testing not only Mary's patience, but her faith as well. And Nephthys certainly isn't helping the situation. this fate, that fate, this swamp, these burial grounds, this. She's just like, I'm gonna take all the horror.
I'm gonna
Which
take
is-
all the horror? Yikes.
Which is basically 4, but Mary will be denying the existence of this. Like,
I can't
I'm
have a
done.
crisis if I don't exist. Yeah.
I'm done. Nope. No. And she's just like, I'm gonna find this Rougarou. I'm just gonna talk to it.
I'm just yeah, exactly. As you
I
do.
just wanna talk.
Just want to talk. No big deal. Nothing to see here. My thought Crosshair, because I'm just looking at the time as well. My thought is maybe mythos, and then leave it at the new beginning of a investigation phase with our plan to maybe go spend a clue, see about getting the Rougarou, figuring out what we can do with it.
Yeah, because it's gonna take 3 actions to get to the Rougarou anyway, so that's a whole turn.
Exactly. Well, plus there's like a swamp leech in the way. There's like all this crap, right?
Yeah. So might as well get the clues for the victory points, then move towards resolving this Rougarou, because I have the way Nephthys has currently 4 bless on her. And I have the Winchester ready to go for basically 10 rounds.
That's it. The Rougarou will run away anytime it takes 2 or more damage, right? So, which is annoying because like it's really hard to do 1 damage at a time per phase, right? So
Yeah, but Nephthys is fast also.
it's true, but it does like after it takes 2 damage during a single phase. Like I think like forced would be immediately after it takes 2 damage.
Oh yeah.
Although does Nephthys say ooh, it deals 2 damage to an enemy at your location.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay,
Like,
well no, that's quite nice then. My apologies. I did not realize.
yeah, that's the way I see it. Like, fire the Winchester, deal 3 damage at best, then Nephthys deals 2 damage before it moves. But that comes down to where is a player window to use a fast thing. So.
Well, this is yeah. I think yeah. So there's hang on. I'm gonna. Oh yes. Over here there are player windows. The problem though, I think again, like in my mind, and I'm sure there's a rule to back this up here, is that there's the forced takes priority over stuff, right? Because forced is the ability for the game to be like, no, you can't do that, like to interrupt.
Yeah.
But, you know, the ability to walk in and do damage and then have it run away is still nothing to sniff at, right? If we're going to try to kill it, that is.
Yeah. And also, if you deal it damage and it runs through a location where I'm at, because it's 1 location at a time also, but anyway, the swamp leech at least Nephthys can handle, like, straight away. But anyway, that's for another night.
But you are correct. Yes, I think it's going to be for another time here because we're currently cursed with this werewolf curse. Perhaps it is still related to the ghouls in Arkham. We don't know, but it is certainly interesting, I think. But that will bring us to the end of Doomed for today. Oh yes,
or
sorry.
do we
My
want
apologies. Oh, we
to-
didn't do Mythos.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, okay, we'll do that first then, really quick. Oh, I know, Pliskins, I know, but we're gonna. Okay, we'll do a good Mythos phase for you. Father Mateo looks around the park, trying to understand what just happened to him. There's blood dripping from his mouth. Did he bite a creature? Spectral mist attached to a bayou location. He sniffs the air as the strange beast runs off into the darkness, and he realizes that beast seems to be bringing with it some sort of fog. What's better? Limit 1 per location.
We probably don't want the fishing net.
Yeah. Well, there's one. There's one per location, is all. I can't put more than one at the brackish waters.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just
It's
wondering if
fine.
we want to. If does foul swamp. That's kind of annoying. But then again, if I put it at the Forgotten Marsh, there's a leech there right now.
Yeah. Let it be.
F it. I'm putting it at the swamp. There's friggin' mist at the swamp. Blah.
Let's see what else we can find.
was just
at
for
the
you,
ritual
Pliskin.
grounds. It's a cursed swamp.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
Mary would say that.
If you're at a bayou location, it's not a bayou location. And Mary has dealt with this before. Like, just enough is enough. She had her crisis of faith, she denied it. And this cursed swamp can go bleep, 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 bleep.
Itself. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. So 5 to 3.
It sure
Yeah.
can. No big deal. Excellent. Well,
Yeah.
So, despite the curse, I think perhaps Sister Mary is. Well, she seems to be mostly ready to take on whatever beasts are there. We'll have to see, naturally. Nephthys definitely is ready for the hunt. Perhaps this is the hunt that Nephthys has been on this whole time. Who knows? We don't know, certainly.
Quite possibly.
Quite possibly. That'll bring us to the end of Doomed for today as we wrapped up the Miskatonic Museum, went over to Cairo, and then went back to New Orleans, where the Rougarou requires hunting. But what is the Rougarou? Can we get rid of the curse? Who knows? We're going to find out next time on Doomed. As always, as the Crosshair posted much earlier in the stream, the Discord is the best place to find out what we have going on in the community week by week. We always try to post events. Thank you, TT, and thank you to everybody. Huge shout out specifically to Happy Pliskins. Happy Pliskins did a bunch of gift subs, and I appreciate it muy mucho. Very much. We all do here in the community. Specifically tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, you can catch the Avatar Legends: The Mirror Scale on RPG Clinic, episode 5, which we're really, really, really jazzed about. I feel like it's been going really, really well. It's a lot of fun. And if you're not sure, if you haven't tuned in before, if you don't know what it's about, tune in anyway. We do a little recap of what's going on at the beginning of the stream, and you can always ask questions in the chat. You know, it's good times. And then hopefully you can join us for streams throughout the week. I want to thank the Crosshair. Crosshair, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, be safe, be well, purple butts, and remember when dealing with the werewolves, so to speak, that...
Oh, my hand
oh
is
god,
so
my hand
full
is so
of
full
stuff.
of stuff.
Ugh. What is it? What does it mean, Scott? What does it mean? Could mean anything. Anyway, you're right, Crosshair. Remember that your hand is always full of stuff. We're going to see you next time on Doomed. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.